Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're taking a look at 10 LEGO video game facts you may not have known.
You look exactly as I remember you.
Don't try and sweet-talk me.
What tidbits of LEGO gaming history do you know? Share with us down in the comments. Before we begin, we publish new videos all week long, so be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Voice acting.
To Bruce Wayne.
These days, voice acting in a LEGO game is about as normal as any other video game. It's been around for so long that it's almost hard remembering the days when characters only pantomimed with a few grunts, groans, cheers, and the like. It wasn't until LEGO Batman 2 DC Superheroes when we finally got a LEGO game with full voice acting. Technically speaking, yes, commercially it was the first, but the true purveyor had spent a little longer in development. Before LEGO Batman 2, LEGO City Undercover was the first to incorporate voice acting while in development. The game didn't launch until 2013 though, allowing LEGO Batman 2 to hog all of the glory a year prior.
I'm Superman, he's Batman.
Are those last names?
Just one name each.
Like Madonna.
Brickified by Nintendo.
Don't worry. You, left and forward. You, back and right. You, left and right, then left a bit more. You, keep doing what you're doing. I like it.
Speaking of LEGO City Undercover, this title from TT Games was a bit of an oddball in terms of release, as most games back then were multi-platform like most LEGO games today. But LEGO City Undercover and its 3DS prequel, The Chase Begins, remain to be the only LEGO games published by Nintendo. Part of the reason for this was because TT Games was approached by Nintendo to develop a game for the Wii U before Sony and Microsoft made their dev kits available for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Thanks to a great relationship with Nintendo in the past, TT Games agreed to a deal to make LEGO City Undercover a Wii U exclusive. Well, until the game was reworked and ported to other platforms in 2017, when parent company Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment acted as publisher. You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? Poor Bionicle went through a tumultuous career in video games, rarely ever seeing review scores beyond middling. Though there was a game that could have fully realized the IP's potential, it went through a rather harrowing development period. Bionicle: The Legend of Matanui would have seen players taking control of 6 Toa as they search for their respective elemental masks of power. Alas, Legend of Matanui developer Sapphire was hemorrhaging money, leading to constant delays in payment for its dev team. On top of that, the tragic events of September 11, 2001 prompted LEGO to demand all violence be removed from the game. Legend of Matanui would be cancelled in October 2001, less than 2 months before its supposed launch window, and Sapphire was forced to close its doors. Luckily, the project was rediscovered by fans after an alpha build was leaked in 2018, and a team of fans formed a studio, Lightstone Studios, to finish what Sapphire started, finally releasing the full game in August 2019. It all starts with a single pixelated brick. While LEGO Island was the first LEGO video game for many, some might be confused and attribute it as the first LEGO video game. That is simply not the case. LEGO Fun to Build was released 2 years prior to LEGO Island's 1997 release, however, its choice of platform was rather strange. Ladies and gentlemen, LEGO Fun to Build for the Sega Pico. This laptop for kids was developed by Sega to introduce a variety of edutainment games, some of them even being Sonic edutainment games. LEGO Fun to Build allowed kids to play a small selection of minigames involving vehicles and various LEGO sets. It also featured a mode where kids could use digitized bricks to build their own creations. Crude, yes, but a modest step for LEGO's foray into games, and their eventual success. LEGO Star Wars: The Lost Levels. When playing LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga, did anyone stop and wonder where some of the extra levels came from? These extra levels are Anakin's flight for Episode 1 and Bounty Hunter Pursuit for Episode 2. Originally, these two were going to be included in the original LEGO Star Wars game released in 2005. Though it has never been specified as to why they were axed, we speculate it might have been a mix of short development time and technical performance. After all, the few vehicle levels in LEGO Star Wars the video game are super linear and basic in design. For the ambition TT Games was aiming for, there probably wasn't enough time and or money to flesh out each and every vehicle level. And so, the 3 that remained were redesigned so the team could put more of their efforts into the core gameplay. That's at least our own theory on the matter. Sacrificed to the entity.
There you are. Shall we commence this meeting of the Jedi Council?
Though TT Games staff, former and current, might share some horror stories on development in LEGO games, the ugliest we have seen was the recent LEGO Star Wars Skywalker Saga. In the last few months leading up to launch, Polygon published an expose about Skywalker Saga's insanely hectic development. Numerous TT Games employees came forward about troubles with management, ranging from strict turnarounds to obsolete tools and methods with the engine. However, the most surprising revelation was how aggravated the devs were working with TT Games' new proprietary engine, Entity. Staff were ignored several times when management was advised to switch development to Unreal, as Entity was causing a myriad of issues, including features missing that other engines offered, elongating the time to create even the most basic animations, and even straight up failing to properly save files, thus resulting in the loss of hours upon hours of work. The backlash that spawned from this report caused TT Games to publicly announce they would no longer develop their games on Entity, meaning Skywalker Saga will be the only game to ever be developed on the engine. That's kind of insane, honestly, but understandable. A call for Gotham. Back in the old days of TT's LEGO games, it was not uncommon to see some titles get entirely reworked versions for Nintendo DS and PSP. But for phone? Mobile ports of console games come and go, but for LEGO Batman, it was an entirely different situation. LEGO Batman the mobile game was published in 2011, 3 years after the original game, and it played more like a side-scrolling platformer. No other LEGO game has had such a drastic change such as this between their console and handheld versions. The folks behind this were California-based studio Glue Mobile, which has worked on an extensive number of mobile games before being acquired by Electronic Arts in 2021. The man with the golden brick. With so many licensed LEGO games under its belt, why hasn't TT Games branched out beyond the Disney and Warner Brothers catalogs? Well, there was a point where Agent 007 could have had his own LEGO games. After the success of LEGO Star Wars, TT Games managed to get a LEGO James Bond game in the works after getting approval from all the parties required, and there's a lot of them. You have MGM, the movie rights holders, Activision, the video game rights holders, the Broccoli family, the owners of James Bond in general, and then you have LEGO themselves. Unfortunately, Casino Royale, the first James Bond movie featuring Daniel Craig as 007, caused the project to be shut down. Casino Royale is notoriously known to be the most grisly and graphic of the Bond films. With the gritty direction, LEGO felt it conflicted with their family-friendly image, thus pulling their approval for the project. And now, we'll just never get that James Bond game ever, will we? Dimensions Lost to Time.
All these years of searching, it really exists. Foundation Prime.
Looking back, it definitely feels like the Toys to Life scene came and went without much of a bang, as accessories became more expensive for not just parents and collectors, but for publishers and manufacturers as well. LEGO Dimensions ceased further development after belting out various packs for roughly 2 years. Though, according to former TT Games staff and leftover bits of data, a third year of toys was planned. Such IPs that they were planning to cover include Looney Tunes, Despicable Me, Captain Underpants, Shrek, Godzilla, Tom and Jerry, Minecraft, Mega Man, and a variety of movie monsters from Universal. Unfortunately, all we know are the IPs that were involved and not which franchise would get what kind of pack. We gotta say, it's a weird lineup, but it would have been so cool to see. Rip-off Lego, or Lego Rip-off. One of the most surprising IPs mentioned in our previous entry has to be Minecraft. Recent years show that Minecraft and LEGO go hand in hand for obvious reasons. Money. But the two had a rocky rough start early in their partnership. Minecraft developer Mojang once was involved in creating a game for LEGO in a similar vein as their legacy IP. A game where players could explore, build, and create objects out of LEGO bricks. Alas, troubles arose not from finances, development time, or even tech, but from LEGO's legal department, according to former staff from both Mojang and LEGO. Despite the project falling apart, LEGO had apparently considered outright buying Mojang at one point. As it turns out, $2.5 billion is a lot to fork over just to compete with Microsoft, especially when your MMO service you invested a ton of money into just kicked the bucket. You know? Funny how that all works.
Check out these other great clips from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.